Cedar Rapids police officers have arrested 3 people in the death of their 18-year-old brother in Cedar Rapids.
Police officers responded to the 2500 block of Romig Street Southwest, where they found the body of Ezekiel Basami. Ezekiel's 3 brothers are Christian, Pierre, and Azane Basami. They're charged with involuntary manslaughter, assault causing bodily injury, and false imprisonment. This all started back in November of last year. On the 9th, police say they responded to the home on Romig Street for a report of a death. Officers arrived and found Ezekiel dead inside. Now, a search warrant shows Ezekiel, who had schizophrenia, was also having an episode and acting erratic on the Sunday before. He then became aggressive, and 2 brothers tied him to a mattress on Tuesday, and he was tied to that mattress until Thursday morning when they noticed he had little to no pulse. The family then determined he died on Friday, but didn't call the police until the following day.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit y'all another video. Hope y'all having a very great day. My day is going absolutely fabulous. Big shout out to all the channel members and subscribers to Trey King Show family. And much love to each and every last one of you all. And you all, we have a story out of Iowa by way of Grand Rapids. And big shout out to everybody in the great city of Iowa, everybody outside the great city of Grand Rapids. Now, before I start this story, I want to send a special thank you out to my channel members and also to my subscribers for sending me this story. And also, keep these stories coming. And as you all may know, today is what? Yes, today is Trifling Tuesday. And this story has trifling written all over it. And now I want to ask you all a question before I start the story. What are the chances of a person that has mental illness, as in the case of this story, 18-year-old Ezekiel Basimi suffer from schizophrenia? What are the chances of that person being left in the care of his siblings, who also, evidently, as you all are going to find out, suffer from mental illness their damn selves? What is the chances? And also, where is the mom and where is the dad? We have to start it off that way because the young man was nothing but 18 years old. So you all, please answer that question for me and let me know, why would a person leave somebody that suffers from mental illness in the care of other people who's obviously suffering from mental illness themselves? Now, this is an update to a story I did roughly back in November where 18-year-old Ezekiel Basimi was found by the Grand Rapids Police Department tied to a bed inside of the trailer, as you all see.
Police say they responded to the home on Romig Street for a report of a death. Officers arrived and found Ezekiel dead inside.
And just to give you all a backstory on the victim, 18-year-old Ezekiel Basimi was suffering from schizophrenia, but weeks before he died, it got really worse. Now, you would think by this man having schizophrenia and he's also suffering from mental illness that, number one, when he started having these episodes, these outbreaks and whatnot, that his siblings or other relatives would call the police or try to enroll him into some kind of mental facility. But none of that happened. And as you hear the details of the story, you're going to be wondering yourself, why didn't the siblings, it was 3 of them, contact the police department or at least ask for help from somebody? But to sit up here and tie your own brother to a bed, that's a damn shame. And that's why I asked you all in the beginning of the video, where was Ezekiel Basimi, mom and dad at? Because clearly his brothers had no business taking care of him. And also, why wasn't he placed in a facility? But anyway, let's go and begin.
Police arrested 3 brothers today, but search warrants indicate that police found 18-year-old Ezekiel Basami dead months ago. Now, Ezekiel's 3 brothers are Christian, Pierre, and Azane Basami. Prosecutors charged them with involuntary manslaughter, assault causing bodily injury, and false imprisonment.
And now, as you heard the news state, 3 brothers was arrested. And these 3 brothers go by the name of Christian Basimi, who happened to be 29 years old, and also Pierre Basimi, who happened to be 26 years old, and also 23-year-old Azane Basimi. So you mean to tell me we have 3 grown men here and neither one of you all can put your brains together and think to call the police for help or call somebody for help? And also, where is the other family members at? Because all of this could have been easily avoided if 18-year-old Ezekiel Basimi was placed in a mental facility. That's a damn shame right there. But anyway, let's continue.
According to a search warrant, police first responded to the 2500 block of Romig Street on November 9th.
And as I told you all in the beginning of the video, this is an update to the story that I did back in November where I first posted this about this young man dying. And we was trying to figure out who killed him and what happened. But lo and behold, guess what though? The story gets much deeper and way more worse. It's going to have you all really scratching your head and showing you how some of your family members are. And just to drive my point home further, everyone that was involved in 18-year-old Ezekiel Basimi's life failed him. And that's why I stated, once again, where is the mom and the dad at? Because clearly, your child should have been with you or been in a mental facility. But let's continue.
The search warrant says the 18-year-old had schizophrenia, and in the weeks before his death, he was hallucinating and wouldn't eat or sleep. Basami's family said he was having violent outbursts.
And now, as you heard the news stated, it was weeks before his death that he was having these episodes. And it all came to a head that same week that he died. But I'm led to believe, number one, that he was dead way before then. Because number one, please tell me, you all, how long does it take for a person to die of starvation? And also tell me this, how long does it take for a person to die of dehydration? Because the coroner is saying that 18-year-old Ezekiel Basami died from starvation and also dehydration. So that means quite naturally that he been dead. So how can Ezekiel's brother state to the police that they only had him tied to the bed with a rope for roughly 4 days before he died?
Two brothers tied him to a mattress on Tuesday, and he was tied to that mattress until Thursday morning when they noticed he had little to no pulse.
But like I just stated, if he died of dehydration and also starvation, so chances are Ezekiel Basami was dead way before the brothers even called the police. But let's continue.
Basami's family said he was having violent outbursts. They said Ezekiel threatened to kill family members, and he ran outside and threatened neighbors.
And as you heard the news state, family, Ezekiel Basami was becoming way more violent, and he also was hallucinating and hearing voices. Now, you would think with all these signs, all these triggers, somebody in his family will have called the police or called the ambulance, 911 or something. But guess what, though? They let all that go. They did not even pick up the phone to dial nobody. And once again, mom and dad, unless you all deceased, and if you are, rest in peace. Where the hell are you at? And if that makes somebody mad, I am very sorry, because my goal is to always take up for the victim. And the victim, once again, is not the brothers. It's 18-year-old Ezekiel Basami, the one who was tied to a bed and left there to die. That's the victim. And why wasn't this young man in a mental hospital? That's what I want to know. But let's continue.
His family said when Ezekiel ran outside and threatened neighbors, a neighbor had threatened to shoot him.
And now this is where the story gets even more crazy, as you heard the news state. After Ezekiel escaped out the window one night, because it happened at nighttime, he went to one of the neighbors' home because he's not in his right mind. Remember, he is schizophrenic. So he went to one of the neighbors' home, which he also went to several other neighbors' house, threatening them. But neither one of them threatened to shoot him. But he went to one neighbor, and that neighbor threatened to shoot him. And that's when the brother stepped in and take action. And what kind of action they took once again?
The family said two brothers tied him to a mattress with ropes.
Tying him to the bed with some damn ropes. But guess what, though? Those ropes could not hold Ezekiel Basami because he broke free from those damn ropes. And guess what? The brothers caught him and tied him back to the bed.
And later ratchet straps after he escaped the ropes.
With some damn yellow ratchet straps. And those yellow ratchet straps are car wraps that you use to wrap cargo in. That's a damn shame right there. Guess what? You ain't breaking free from that. So that's how he was laid up on a bed and laid there, left to die. But let's continue.
The search warrant says the family had Ezekiel tied down for 4 days before they called police, and Ezekiel was dead when police arrived.
And now, as you heard the news state in closing, just to add a little more depth to the subject, now, Ezekiel really had passed that Thursday from what the brothers are saying, because the brothers went inside the room where Ezekiel was and they touched him. And they said that he was stiff and cold to the touch. Now, you would think that by him being tied on his bed for days without drinking water or eating, somebody in their mind, something would have clicked up there. But guess what, though? Nothing did not click. Now, here you is, have your brother laid in the bed, dead and cold to the touch. But guess what, though? And this on a Thursday. The brothers still did not call the police. Guess when the brothers called the police, family? That damn Saturday. Now, that's a damn shame. Now, here you all are, passing by on Friday, seeing him dead, but then it started smelling inside the trailer. That's when they decided to call the police, because they were forced to call the police because of the smell. And they also said that when he was found, that he was bloated, and he also had a little smell to him, as any decomposing body. So I'm led to believe, once again, in closing, family, and tell me if I'm wrong, he had to have been dead for more than 4 days. Because how long does it take for a body to decompose? And also, once again, like I asked you all at the beginning of the video, how long does it take for a person to die of starvation and also dehydration? But it's a damn shame. And that's why I stated throughout this video, everyone involved in this young man's life, no matter what he was suffering from, failed him. Because y'all could have easily put this man in a facility where he could have got the help. And now you have 3 brothers going to prison for manslaughter, and then you also have one that's dead by the hands of his own brothers. And you mean to tell me, to the 3 brothers, the only thing that you all could think to do to your brother was tie him up to a bed because he was acting funny, and also because a neighbor threatened to shoot him?
His family said when Ezekiel ran outside and threatened neighbors, a neighbor had threatened to shoot him.
Why not call the damn police or call 911? Call somebody in your family that's in their right mind that could have got Ezekiel Basimi help. And guess what? He would still be here today. But that's a damn shame right there, to sit there and leave your brother there to die. And quite naturally, what the brothers are saying happened to Ezekiel Basimi is not true, because once again, we all know that it takes more than 4 days to die of starvation. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. If there's anything I may have missed or misinformed, which is not my true intent, please let me know in the comment section, or you can email me and we can talk about it more there. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Also, share the video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed. And if you have somebody in your family that's suffering from any case of schizophrenia, psychosis, or mental illness, please get them help. But do not do what these 3 dumbass brothers did. Anyway, I will see y'all soon on the next Trey King Show. And guess what? I'm out.